Hey everyone, welcome back to New JANG City, where I've been able to resume work on the zoo. Not just planning work, not just thinking about it, not just figuring out what I'm going to do in the future, but actual tangible work. Let's check it out. Now don't worry about this. This looks like a mess right now, and I've just got some base plates temporarily thrown on top. That's just a reminder to myself that I want to replace the base plates that are underneath here, because it's a mix of different colors and sizes and everything. But think about that over there, that hole that I punched through the hill. That is critical. We're going to look at that from the other side. I've got a lot of suggestions from folks to put some exhibits back in there for like cave dwelling animals, maybe, a bat cave, or for some nocturnal animals or something, but that wasn't my plan. My plan was to do this, or to start on this. This is where the aquarium is going. So I've started to block this out, and you can see how it'll be showing that you're kind of cutting through the concrete and you'll be cutting through the rock. There's a lot of work to be done here, but this is really showing where it's going, and it's going pretty well and pretty quickly. Of course, you're not going to be able to see all the Duplo bricks in the background there. The background's going to get blocked off for you, but this gives me a nice, wide and flat and accessible, close to the edge of the table window into this little world. So it's really designed for us, for myself and for you to be able to see what's going to be in there. It's not going to be too deep, the actual exhibits where I put the animals and some rock work and all that, because I don't want it to be too far back to where you really have to get in there and strain to see some of it. Have some of it kind of fade off towards the background, but most of the stuff will be towards the front, and there will be plenty of space for minifigures to be down there, enjoying the space as well. And there will be a little lane close to us, just on the other side of the concrete here, for the train to go by, the little zoo train to go by. The main train line here, is going through its own tunnel. That's its own thing. So again, we're looking at a cutaway, and then a cutaway, and then a cutaway inside of that. I've already got the lights, as you can see. I've got some light strips, just custom installed ones. They're not yet powered by my electrical grid that's underneath the table. Is not all hooked up here. I've just got some batteries temporarily. So those will actually be a little bit brighter once they get hooked up to the full voltage. But this is the idea, and I'm just making continuous progress with it. I do need to start finishing up the tunnel around this side. I got my base plates coming out to the edges. Some of them had to be custom cut towards the end. Reuse some spares, some leftovers from other cuts for other things in the past, and just tried to make efficient use of material there. This will get blocked off at the end and everything, but I think once it all gets closed in, this is going to be really nice. I already occasionally, when I come around the corner and I look at this as I prepare to work on another little bit of it, I just get a little flash of an idea of what it's going to look like when it's completed. And it makes me feel so good, because this is exactly the type of thing that I want to do, of setting out little scenes that are really designed, again, for us, for the minifigures, and for us to be able to enjoy this stuff. This is what I want out of Lego, this sort of thing, a little window into the minifigs world. Let's see, the rock work, I think, will probably come down here a little bit, so you won't be seeing the light strips even if you're at this low level. So you kind of have an idea of cutting this part off right about here. These will come up a bit more. Still working on the interior color scheme as well. Each of these base plates that are inside of here will be able to slide out. So that's why you see some gaps at these interfaces. I want to be able to access all this stuff easily, change stuff out easily, get in there and do dusting after a few years if needed or whatnot, and to be able to work on the exhibits themselves, not in here, but on my own, like mock workspace table in the area that has all the parts and everything. So that is what's up so far. That's what's been going on. There's more to come. As for my usual planning and strategizing and thinking about what to do in the future, I've been doing a lot of thought about the industrial area down there, how to set that up, or how to put it on a path towards a more finished state of where the buildings will go, and what buildings that I want to use to fill in the spaces down there. I can get you down there closer. I have an idea of what to put here, and I'm very certain of what I want to put down there. There's a building that I've wanted to do, a kind of extra industrial, kind of dirty looking thing that I've wanted to do since the original city, years and years ago, and it just would not have worked in many of these places, since everything is starting to look more clean as it progresses. I'm getting a little bit more greenery in, but I think that this is going to be a nice little spot for that where it'll fit in. So I've got more ideas on that, and I'm making progress towards at least preparing myself to build up that space. And I've also put some thought recently into how to set up the passenger train line garage, basically the equivalent of that for the passenger lines. And yeah, I don't have all my backdrops up right now. I put a couple more minifig series up there. I've been pulling some things out of these cabinets behind the screens back there. But other than that, I guess there's one other thing I can show you on the other side, and not above the tables, but rather down below. I thought that this little bit of fortress from Exoforce would make a good starter for the wall that I wanted to put between the Badlands area and the city area of the cyberpunk area down here in general. And yeah, I think it's a good enough stand-in for now. It definitely doesn't look as good as I hoped it would. It's just so open, but maybe I'll fill in some of the holes or something, add a little extra on top to let people be guarding the place or something. But I put that down there, and I also put down a couple. I thought there were more. At least put one of the Ninjago Prime Empire sets down here. I thought I put another one as well, but I'm not seeing it right now. I also put the Avengers Tower down here just because, those existed, and it feels like they should be used down here, even if they need to be customized heavily. And of course, everything needs to be filled in, needs to be made all nice and crowded, and vehicles need to be changed out and updated to look more appropriate for the theme and all. But yeah, just some additional things that I was thinking about down here, little things that I was doing, and put this in. It's like the biggest thing, but obviously there's a lot more work to be done down here for years to come. For now, though, in the short to intermediate term, I'm just going to keep working on the aquarium because I've got momentum there. I know what I need to do, I know what I want to do, and I have the parts to do it. So I should be able to give you some regular updates on that show you real substantive progress. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your patience. And I'll talk to you again soon.